American Sniper ending, the true story of Chris Kyle's murder, and what Clint Eastwood's movie leaves out. You think you know Chris Kyle's story, but trust us, you're missing the jaw-dropping details that will leave you speechless. American Sniper, the movie that made Bradley Cooper an Oscar contender and became a cultural phenomenon. But what if we told you there's a side to the story that Clint Eastwood didn't want you to see? What if we revealed the explosive truth behind Chris Kyle's tragic end and what really happened on that fateful day? Here's everything you need to know: the truth, the controversy, and the shocking twists the movie left out. The movie's biggest plot twist: Chris Kyle's heartbreaking death. You saw the heroic Kyle fighting for his country, but did you ever wonder about the final moments of this most lethal sniper? The movie leaves out the gut-wrenching truth behind his death. And it's even more heartbreaking than you think. In the film, we see Chris Kyle as a dedicated family man struggling with PTSD after his harrowing tours in Iraq. The ending shows him leaving for the shooting range with a fellow veteran, but you don't see the brutal, heart-stopping twist coming. Chris Kyle was murdered by the very person he was trying to help. The tragic real-life event, a veteran's nightmare. In 2013, just a year after his memoir became a bestseller, Chris Kyle's life came to a tragic end. On a trip to a Texas shooting range, he and his friend Chad Littlefield were shot and killed by Eddie Ray Ruth, a troubled veteran Kyle had been trying to assist. And here's the kicker: Ruth used Kyle's own guns to kill him. The shocking fallout, Eddie Ray Ruth's disturbing defense. When Routh was arrested, he claimed that Kyle and Littlefield were pig assassins sent to kill him, a statement so disturbing it'll haunt you. His defense? Insanity. But the jury? They didn't buy it. Ruth was sentenced to life in prison, but his chilling confession would leave you questioning everything. The movie's mystery. Why did they leave out his death? Here's something the movie doesn't tell you. Taya Kyle, Chris's widow, requested that his death not be shown on screen. Can you imagine the emotional toll it would have on their children, seeing their father's murder etched into history forever? This decision by the filmmakers has sparked heated debates, but when you hear Taya's reasoning, you'll understand why she fought so hard to protect her family's legacy. What happened to Chris Kyle? After war, his final days will shock you. After 4 tours in Iraq, Chris Kyle came home a broken man, torn between the horrors of battle and the hope of healing. His struggles with PTSD were real, but so was his determination to help other veterans who had been through the same hell. But nothing could prepare him for the day when his mission to save others would end in such a tragic twist. Why did Clint Eastwood keep this part out? In the film, we get a glimpse of Kyle's post-war life, but the movie glosses over the painful reality of his death. Some say it was out of respect for Taya. Others say it was to keep the focus on Kyle's heroic journey. But one thing's for sure, the real story is even darker than Hollywood could handle. The real-life heroes, what we didn't see in the film. After his death, Chris Kyle became a legend in more ways than one. Not just for his military feats, but for his legacy of helping his fellow soldiers. He was an advocate for mental health, physical recovery, and the emotional battles that many veterans face long after the war ends. His true story, the one Clint Eastwood couldn't capture, is one of redemption, sacrifice, and the kind of heroism that goes far beyond the battlefield. Watch American Sniper. Now, unlock the truth. If you haven't seen American Sniper yet, it's currently streaming on Netflix and available for rent on Amazon Prime. But be warned, after learning the truth about Chris Kyle's death, you'll never look at this movie the same way again. Don't miss out on the full story, the one that the movie didn't dare show. Stay tuned for more shocking revelations.